Okay guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's keeping well, doing the best. So I'm tying myself up a few olive Diawls that I like to fish in 10s and 12s, so I just thought I'd show you the wee pattern. So the hook and the vise is a Kamasan B175 in size 10. I'm going to use an ace bright thread here, and that's the Textreme Flo Yellow in fluorescent yellow. So it's dead bright. Now I'm just going to come in at the eye of the hook and work my thread back. I'm basically just working my thread back until I'm past the point of the hook. Now the tail and the throat, this is a lovely Sooty Olive Chinese cock cape. Now I'm just taking the bigger feathers from the back of the cape, so I'll just bring all the crop out, if you like, get rid of it. Just bring some of the fibres out. I like a decent tail in my Diawls when I'm tying them for myself. A couple of pinches. Now the length of the tail for me, around about, be fair with her, around about, you know, the length of the body, a wee bit shorter over the back. Just come around with a pinch and loop. Then I'm just going to work my thread turns back, always down the shank of the hook. That's what I do, trim away the waist. Now I want to build up a wee tag at the back. That's why I'm using the Textreme thread, just to build this up. Then the body, I'm using the magic tinsel from Textreme in the fluorescent Chartreuse. So I've got a wee bit off here. I want to catch this on your side. I like the Diawls. I love fishing them on a team of flies, or it's one of those flies that everybody, regardless of the colour combination, you should consider having in your box. Now the body itself is a light olive cock pheasant fibres. So just come around with a turn, just put it on the length, and then just work your thread forward. And you're just concentrating, catching in all these fibres nice and tight with your thread. Now I'm going to counter wind the cock pheasant fibres. Right up to meet the thread. Right, best to do is just hold this, drop your thread over, a couple of turns onto the hook, don't let this go yet. Same again, drop your thread over, then a few turns onto the hook, and then we come in and chop this away. Then I'm going to come up with my tinsel, and I'm looking for 3 or 4 turns up the body. At that point there, I'll just kind of come around with a turn. Now, just keep it tight. I'm going to fold the tinsel back on itself and work the thread back up. Then before you bring the tinsel up, you could maybe put some super glue or varnish on your leading edge to make the fly last a wee bit longer. That's up to you. So back to my Sooty Olive. Hackle fibres, a couple of pinches. You can have the throat. Look, I see fly tan. It's really a personal preference. It's up to you. Sometimes I'll tie it really long. Sometimes I'll tie it short. But I'll just go sort of way the length of the body with the fibres. and catch those in. Now, there's one thing with a Diawl, especially if you're, for me personally, when I'm tying them, when I'm using this colour of thread, there's no point in using this colour of thread and not having a decent head on the fly. Right, just building the thread up, the head up a wee bit. Now you can finish at that point. However, I'm going to use some, just trying to find them here, fluorescent chartreuse Goose bats from Flybox. And you can see where I've been cutting them off and just working away with them. I have another wee Diawl back here that I'll show you that I do well on a fish, Loch Kinnigan. So it doesn't matter about getting them level at the points because I'm going to trim these. Now you can obviously trim them before you put them on, but it's far handier just to knock them onto the hook. Just come around with a loose turn, then tighten up. Sometimes they move, that's no big deal either, so just have a wee check. I'm happy with those. I'm just going to tighten up with another good half a dozen turns of thread. Keeping my thread tight. Just going to come in, just lift them up out of the way so I can rip them off. Now if you rip them off, you will get a far neater cut. You can just keep your thread tight. You don't need to do anything else at this point. And then just come in and throw in a whip finish. Just building the head up at the same time. The shape that I want to see. Put your thread tight. Come in, trim away the tang thread. Now, when I trim the cheeks, which is what these are meant to represent, I'll just come in and I'll sort of way take it from the second rib. So hopefully I'll try and see if I can lean over the top to show you. So we've got the second rib. I just take some sort of measurement on it and then just come in and trim it at a bit of an angle. It's just so that the two cheeks are sort of way the same size, or length, sorry. Then the first coat onto the head. A wee drop of super glue. Just right the whole way right round. Now, I'll let that dry, guys, and you'll have heard me saying before, if you're using super glue, it is really best to come in and varnish after, because it will take a moisture bloom. Then just make sure, the most important part, that the eye of the fly is clean, because you don't want to be getting out onto the lake and the eye is blocked and you're trying to take a hook, another fly, to clean the eye out. So just make sure it's all cleaned. Now I'll just show you the other wee one that I tied, and I do really well with this. That's like a wee Bibio version of the fly. And what I'll do is, guys, actually I'll put the dressing of this underneath the dressing of this for this video, and you can tie a few up. So there you go, guys. Just my own wee olive Diawl really, and it's always worked well for me on the middle dropper. As always, many thanks for taking the time to view the video. It's greatly appreciated. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, please consider subscribing. It just helps the wee channel grow. And for those guys who have watched the video right to the end, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. So remember, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. And all be well, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.